Idea cloning. We have discussed so far cloning one-to-one. Now, we will discuss more subtle cloning, idea cloning. Some business ideas are coming from an attempt to apply a famous concept to a new industry. This has produced a lot of interesting businesses, and can be used in wide range of industries. This idea cloning can be described using the following formula. New concept is famous concept. 4. New industry or market. Let's go through a few examples. SlideShare is a YouTube for presentations. Lime is Uber for scooters. Udemy is Amazon for online courses. Westwing is Zappos for furniture. Starbucks is McDonald's for coffee. Kayak is Google for flights, hotels, and rental cars. Salad Story is McDonald's for salads. And finally, Eloquence is YouTube for Excels. I hope this gives you a good idea how cloning of an idea works. There are 4 main ways to clone an idea using this framework. You can narrow down the target group. In this case you target a subset of the original target group. Business model and product remains the same. When narrowing down the target group, you may be altering the pricing as well. Another way to clone an idea is to change the product to another one. Business model, target group and pricing remains the same. Many cloning attempts are concentrated on the pricing. In this case everything stays the same, except for pricing. When it comes to pricing you try to find innovative revenue streams. In other words you look for innovative ways to charge the customer, capture the value that you create for him. We will discuss this later in the course in more detail. Finally, you may change the operations which will alter the business model as well as to some extent may alter the pricing. Now, let's have a look at some examples. When it comes to narrowing down target group we have a Grindr, which is a Tinder for gay people. Another Tinder clone is Bumble. This can be described as Tinder where only female users can make the first contact with male users. Finally, we have Superhuman which is Gmail for heavy users that require new special features, and much higher speed of action. Let's have a look at cloning of the idea where there was a change of the product. Taco Bell restaurant and Chipotle can be described as McDonald's with Mexican food. So, here we changed the burgers for Mexican food. Salad Story is similar case. In this case we changed the burgers for salads. Audible we can describe as a Kindle for audiobooks. In this case, we went from ebooks to audiobooks. Let's look at innovative revenue streams. Spotify can be described as iTunes for music paid by subscribers in a form of a subscription. The most difficult cloning is the cloning where you change operations. A great example is Instacart that can be described as Webvan for food delivery, but done from local stores. For those who don't remember, Webvan was one of the first and biggest disasters when it comes to e-commerce in groceries. They have spent millions on building everything needed to deliver groceries to end customers. They had their own warehouses, logistics, in short full supply chain. They failed, despite being backed up by famous private equity funds. Instacart was much smarter. They have only invested in the so-called last mile, the delivery of food from the nearby store to your house. This has been much cheaper, faster and made more economical sense.